At NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And an alley to run. There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 69 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 22. Now it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they...
Look at the big man rumble! 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On second and 12, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hey, 50's the mic, 50's the mic. I'm trying to collect. 50's the mic.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Just like that. Just like that.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the 44, Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 50, huh? Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Crash.
A shotgun snap for Watson. The The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Switch. Whip. Watch the whip. Put it down.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson on the left side. This is Stills. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. This is caught. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get through.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Kill.
On second down, Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 45 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Houston. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
17.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Watch the quick. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Out, 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 out.
Now Rodgers, eluding the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt, bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He sets to fire deep. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Reset. 19. Target, 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 target. Let's go.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down. It's Johnson, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
Let's stop. Let's stop.
Packers 17.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is taken at about the 14. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quick.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 70 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on second down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And Watson's going to throw it here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Darren Fells, 33 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken just inside the 10. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
319. 52's the money. Oh, here we go. Oh. Inside. 52. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 399.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. 12 yards there and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First and 10.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 63 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Montravius Adams able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, a dump off to Sproles. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
50. Mike 52. Mike 52.
They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught by Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
26.
52's the light. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Box it.
New Mike 52. Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Here I come.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
88.
53's the Mike. 53.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Rodgers again now. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 43-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
To throw is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is? And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. of this first half of action. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I kind of chuckled to myself a little bit when I remember Darren Sproles coming out of college. I remember one scout saying, yeah, but what are you going to do with him in the pass game? Quarterback can't find him downfield because he's only 5'6". On that screen pass, they found him pretty well. And his balance is unsurpassed. He's so strong, he can take hits and stay on his feet.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Buying time to his left. He'll fire a desperation throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
So the first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 47-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wentz to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. On third and long, it's Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Jackson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch out. Check 9.
Wentz to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. From the 2 now. Second and goal. They'll try and run it now with Sproles. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Hey, 626.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now Wentz will keep it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way, secondary. They really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down. And
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, You've cut down your field in a big way, significantly, and the guys who play in the second and the third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that, and they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover, and they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Backman. 180.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Under 10. Under 10.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Back to throw, Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll go again to Jones. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Rodgers looking to throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the deep.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They can't stop the franchise. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.